If you've been struggling to take good photos for your Mercari, eBay, or Poshmark store, don't worry, because in this video, I'll be showing you how to take pro quality photos on your iPhone without needing an expensive camera. By following these steps, you can help your item stand out in Mercari's algorithm, attract more potential buyers, and increase the chances of your item selling. Step number one is to choose your photo background or backdrop. So your backdrop should either be like a white or a brighter grayish color, kind of like this wall. It's not white, but it's like a brighter color, so yeah. Your background should either be like a white or a bright color. Also, you need to decide if you're going to be hanging your item against a wall or you're going to be laying your item on the floor against a white background. For me personally, I just hang my items up against the wall and I just use this command hook that I got on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested in getting the same one. But yeah, I just use this because it's easy. I just hang up the clothing on the wall and it supports pretty much any size clothing. So yeah, I'll leave the link in the description, and if you're interested, you can get that same one. Step number two is lighting. If you have a spot in your house or nearby that has abundant natural light, I would say use that instead of using artificial light because the photos usually turn out better or look more natural. But if you don't have an ideal setup and you want to take photos at night, then I would say use two photo lights, so like these two ring lights. When I first started selling on Mercari, I just started off by using two ring lights, kind of like these two right here. And they work perfectly fine for me. I did just recently upgrade to the GVM studio light set, and it was totally worth it for it only being like slightly more expensive, and it has the softbox and everything and the cutouts to make the light hit you more softly. I thought it was a no-brainer, but just to start off, these ring lights should be perfectly fine for you. But as you go along, you definitely do want to upgrade your lights. And I do recommend the GVM. I'll link to all of these lights right here in the description. So if you're interested in any of them, the link will be in the description if you want to buy any of the lights. Step three is to prepare your item for the photos. In this step, you just want to make sure the clothes aren't wrinkled and rusty. And you want to make sure they're either hung up properly or laid out on the floor properly as well. Also, you want to turn off all of the overhead lights because they will leave a bad color temperature on the photos when you're taking them. Step four is to make sure you have all the correct camera settings enabled. To do this, first go to the settings section on your iPhone, then scroll down to the camera section. Then under the format section, click on that, and then it'll be the camera capture section. And you're gonna click the high efficiency mode. And then for the photo capture, you're gonna make sure that you have Apple Pro RAW on. And I believe this is just for iPhone 12 Pros or later. If you don't have the iPhone 12 Pro or later, then don't worry about this setting. And then I have an iPhone 14, so it allows me to shoot 48 megapixels, but you can change it to 12 as well. I just like to leave it on 48 because it gives me the highest resolution. And then back out of that, and then I just make sure I have the grids turned on, so that just helps me like frame the picture better. And this is this section right here under composition. And then outside of that, I believe everything else is all good. And then I will also turn on the lens correction just to make sure you give it the most realistic look as well. So yep. After you've adjusted the settings on your settings app, then pull up the camera app on your iPhone. So since Mercari, eBay, and Poshmark use a 1-to-1 ratios, which is like a square ratio on the photos, you just want to go into the camera app and you want to change the ratio to 1-to-1. So how to do that? You just click the button at the top that has an arrow, and then you'll see a 4:3 ratio button. You click that, and then you click the square button, and now the picture profile is in square, so when you take photos, it'll be a square photo. And lastly, step number five is to photograph the 5 important angles of the listing. The 5 important angles of the listing are the front, the back, the detail shot, the size tag, and any flaws if there are any on your item. Photographing these angles will help your item stand out, attract more potential buyers, and increase the chances of your item selling faster. And those are my 5 steps for taking pro quality photos on Mercari in 2023. The next step after taking the photos is editing, but I'll be touching on that in the next video in the series, so stay tuned. I got you. For me, I like to edit my photos as quick as possible, so I edit all of my Mercari, eBay, and Poshmark photos in one click of a button using my own Lightroom preset pack. If you want to cut out all the time it takes editing your photos in Lightroom, be sure to check out my preset pack. The link will be down in the description if you want to try it out. Also, if you're just getting started selling on Mercari in 2023, be sure to check out my last video detailing going over the steps on how to sell on Mercari in 2023. It'll be featured at the end of this video. But yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.